Hey, welcome back, 8th graders. We have another video tutorial for you today. Today, the topic is the decimal system. So get out a pencil, get out a piece of paper, and let's take some notes. So hey, the decimal system, some people will say our place value system is called a base 10 system. Base 10. What does that mean? Well, how many ones make up a 10? 10. And how many tens make up 100? 10. And how many hundreds make up 1,000? 10. And how many thousands make a 10,000? 10. And how many 10,000s make 100,000? 10. Yeah, it's a base 10 system. Every time you go one place to the left, it's 10 times greater. One place to the left, 10 times greater. 10 times bigger. Every time you go one place to the left. Okay? And the pattern's always the same. It's ones, tens, hundreds. That's called the ones period. 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000. That's called the thousands period. 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. That's called the millions period. Okay? So it's a base 10 system. Base 10 system. Likewise, if you go one place to the right, let's change that color. One place to the right, you're not multiplying by 10, you are, what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So you are dividing by 10, dividing by 10. When you go one place this way, you're dividing by 10. One place, divide by 10. Okay, so I have a very interesting question to ask you, 8th graders. If you notice the pattern to the left of the decimals, ones, tens, hundreds, that's ones periods. 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s, thousands period. 1 million, 10 million, 100 millions, millions period. 1 billion, 10 billion, 100 billions, billions period. But when you look to the right, they don't start with a ones. They do have a tenths, which goes with the tens. They do have a hundreds, which goes with the hundreds. They do have a thousands, which goes with the thousands. I don't have this, but they have a 10,000s, which goes with the 10,000s. I mean, that pattern still is the same, but there's no ones. What happened to the ones place? Why is there no ones place? Can you answer that question? So I got to start there. I want you to give me an answer. Tomorrow we're going to discuss that. Why is there not a ones place? Okay, moving on. All right. So write things in expanded form. I think you guys have done this before, but this is something that you'll have on your homework. If you write something in expanded form, like this says 903 and 9/10, expanded form looks like this, 900 plus 3 plus 9 cents. You are just writing each place and the value that's in each place. So if I have something like this, 527, you write each place. I've got hundreds, but how many? I've got 500, plus I've got 20, plus I got 7. Okay. And then some people, they even like to get more technical than that. I know this book that I used for algebra even did something like this, which I thought was like, come on, do we really got to do this? But it was 5 times 100 plus 2 times 10 plus maybe 7 times 1. I don't even know if it was that, but I was just looking at that going, really? Come on. Okay. But anyway, so you might see something like that as expanded form on the homework, and I'm just copying stuff from the book. Okay. So, hey, press pause and do these two problems. We'll discuss them in class tomorrow, okay? Press pause. Just write this in expanded form. You don't have to do this way, this ooh la la, okay? I don't even know what you call it, but, try this one. All right, and let's move on. Press pause if you need to. So, hey, and then writing in standard form. You guys have been doing this since you were probably 5 years old, but writing in standard form just means you write in numbers. So when you say the number, when you write this in word form, standard form means that. 900s, standard form means that, which just means numbers, yeah. So, but we're going to make this a little more complicated. You try these two, and we'll go over these two in class. Here's two of them. So press pause. Try to work these two out. Just write them with numbers. Read it, then write it. Yeah, just read it, write it, okay? And then the last thing I think we're going to talk about, actually, no, there's a couple more things. Okay, so place and value, place and value. So, like here, if you look at this number here, I'm asking you to identify the place of the 7, the yellow digit, and the value of the 7. So place just means where it is on the number line. So the place of the 7 is in the tenths. That's the tenths place, 7. The value just means how many there are in that place. Well, there's 7 of them, and they're in the tenths place. So you can just write 7 tenths, or 7 tenths, or 7 tenths. Why would you write it like that, though? That's like a lot of work. Don't do that. Write it as standard form, 7 tenths. Okay, so you guys get that, place and value. So here's a couple practice problems. Try these two. Just give me the place and value of each. Press pause and do that. All right, and then when you're done, press pause again and we'll move on. Okay. And then the last thing, I keep saying the last thing. No, there's one more thing after this thing. Gosh. All right, so, okay, bye-bye now. So now you're just comparing which one is bigger. And remember, the alligator eats the bigger number. The alligator always eats the bigger number, right? You guys remember that, like back in 2nd grade? The alligator. See, 9 is bigger than 7. The alligator always eats the bigger number. Okay, so what you do is press pause and write these two problems down and tell me which is greater. Make sure you write the problems down, though, because if you just put the alligator symbol, we don't know which one you're saying is bigger. So write the problems down. I know, it doesn't take that long. Just do it. And almost the last thing to do. Now, draw me a number line from -1 to 4 on your paper. Just draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can put halves in between, 1 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2. Okay. So here's what I want to see if you can do this. Show me where this number would be on the number line. 49 hundredths. Just put an X wherever you think it would go. Okay? That's, press pause if you need to do that. And then now we are moving to the last thing. Oops. There it is. Okay. Problem of the day. Yeah, we're going to have this on most of our video tutorials. Remember we talked about it, do this on a separate sheet of paper. We're going to turn it in. Here's the grading scale after we do 10 of them. Okay. So anyway, just read this problem. I think this one is easier, a lot easier than the one I gave you yesterday. So I'll try to even things out sometimes. But try this one. I think you can do this anyway. It's a story problem about place and value and stuff like that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video tutorial. This one was 8 minutes long. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.